They said it was only a training drill, a controlled exercise, a lesson in teamwork. But when they surrounded her in the dust, laughing as their boots kicked her down, it became something else. And none of them knew that a Navy SEAL commander was watching from the edge of the field, already deciding that this would be the last day of their military careers. Asterisk. What city are you watching from today? If this story resonated with you, hit subscribe for more real stories about extraordinary people. Her name was Lena Carter, and she was the quietest recruit in the unit. She spoke only when ordered to speak. She stood at the back of every formation, eyes forward, shoulders straight, never asking for help and never complaining. Most of the others saw her silence as weakness. In a place where confidence was loud and dominance was praised, quiet people became targets. The training base sat in the middle of a dry, unforgiving stretch of land. Days began before sunrise and ended only when exhaustion made it impossible to stand. Recruits were tested physically, mentally, and emotionally. The instructor said the pressure was meant to break arrogance and build resilience. But among the recruits, pressure often turned into cruelty. From the first week, Lena was singled out. She was smaller than most, not fragile, but not imposing either. She ran without showing strain, lifted without drama, and passed every written test with calm focus. That consistency bothered some of the others, especially a group of 3 who believed dominance mattered more than discipline. They called her names when instructors were not around. They bumped her in the hallway and blamed it on tight space. They laughed when she finished drills without celebrating. Lena never reacted. She cleaned her gear, wrote letters home, and trained alone at night under the fading light. What no one knew was that Lena had already been through worse than this place. She had grown up learning how to endure silence, how to survive without applause, how to stay steady when others tried to provoke a reaction. She believed that if she followed orders and stayed focused, the system would protect her. She was wrong. The drill that changed everything was supposed to be a controlled combat simulation. Teams were assigned randomly. Lena was placed with the same 3 recruits who had tormented her for weeks. Their smiles told her this was not an accident. The objective was simple: secure a mock target and extract within a time limit. Physical contact was allowed within strict rules. No excessive force. No personal attacks. Everyone knew the guidelines. As soon as the whistle blew, they ignored the plan. Instead of moving toward the target, they closed in on Lena. One shoved her hard enough to knock her off balance. Another swept her legs. She hit the ground, air driven from her lungs. They told her to get up. When she tried, a boot pressed into her side. Laughter followed. They called it motivation. They called it training. Lena curled her hands into fists, not to fight back, but to stay conscious. She could hear other teams moving in the distance, focused on their own objectives. No one was close enough to see clearly. What the 3 recruits did not know was that this drill was being observed by Commander James Holt, a veteran Navy SEAL with decades of combat experience. He was visiting the base to evaluate leadership potential among the recruits. He believed character revealed itself under pressure. From his position, he saw everything. He saw the moment discipline turned into abuse. He saw the way the 3 moved with confidence, assuming no one important was watching. He saw Lena refuse to strike back even when she clearly could have. Because Commander Holt recognized something they did not. He recognized restraint. He recognized control. The instructors were slow to react, unsure of what they were seeing. But Holt did not hesitate. He stepped forward, his presence cutting through the chaos like a blade. He ordered the drill stopped. The 3 recruits froze, still breathing hard, still smiling as if they had proven something. Lena remained on the ground, pushing herself up with steady effort, her face calm despite the pain. Holt did not raise his voice. He did not need to. He asked one question: who authorized this behavior? No one answered. He walked closer, his boots stopping inches from the lead recruit. He explained, in precise and unyielding terms, that what they had done was not training. It was a failure of discipline, leadership, and integrity. Then he turned to Lena. He asked her why she did not fight back. She answered honestly. She said she was following the rules. She said she trusted the process. That answer settled everything. Commander Holt ordered medical staff to check Lena immediately. Then he ordered the 3 recruits to stand at attention. He informed them that their actions had been recorded, reviewed, and judged. Effective immediately, they were removed from the program. Their files would reflect conduct unbecoming of service members. Their paths forward in the military were over. There was no shouting, no dramatic gestures, just consequences delivered with absolute clarity. The field went silent. The instructors watched, stunned. The remaining recruits stood frozen, realizing for the first time that everything they did mattered, even when they thought no one was paying attention. Lena was escorted off the field, not as a failure, but as someone who had upheld the values others had abandoned. Commander Holt spoke to her privately before she left. He told her that strength was not proven by how hard you hit, but by how firmly you stand when tested. He told her that the military needed people who understood restraint as much as force. Weeks later, Lena returned to training. The atmosphere had changed. No one mocked her. No one doubted her. They had seen what integrity looked like, and they had seen what happened when it was violated. Lena completed the program with distinction. She never spoke about the drill unless asked. She carried herself the same way she always had, steady, focused, and unshaken. The lesson stayed with everyone who witnessed that day. Authority does not always announce itself loudly. Justice does not always arrive immediately. But character reveals itself when no applause is expected. And sometimes the quietest person in the room is the one teaching everyone else what strength truly means. What did this story make you feel? Where are you watching from? Subscribe to Soul Relief Stories for more real stories that heal the heart.